There's this a woman, a very young woman, a single woman called Ifunanya. She's a gospel singer that has been trending on social media. For those of you that have watched the video, many bloggers, content creators have carried her news. She's a gospel singer, and the news is that two snakes was found in her apartment, and the snakes beat her to death. And some people are saying, some people are saying that the snakes that beat that Ifunanya, that gospel singer, to death, because she's now popular, she's viral. Her music, she do post her videos on Facebook, and she's very popular, and Facebook is paying her. Some people are saying that her case is spiritual, while some are saying that it is ordinary. But the truth is that that's Ifunanya's case, the one being beaten by a snake, the gospel singer, is not ordinary. Her case is spiritual. And that is why I always advise my followers and those that watch my video to be strong spiritually. I know what I'm saying. You must be strong. You must be prayerful. You must be. That you are singing gospel song, good. But you must be very strong. Not only just by prayers. You need to try to look for genuine prophets and prophetess that will what guide you. Because had it been maybe that woman, if now has a message from one of those genuine prophets or prophetess about this, and even give her the type of prayers she will embark on, and the types of some spiritual works, this would have not happened. Because like spiritual always controls the physical. And that is why I proudly say that as far as you are on earth here, those that watch and listen to my voice, as far as you are Africa, you must be strong. You must be spiritual. You must follow God strongly. Things are happening. The world is evil. I sympathize with the family of this Ifunanya. I am very angry that such happened to her. But her case is spiritual. And if care is not taken, her case may be from the father's side, maybe the evil uncles and co, or maybe the cousins, some relatives in the village that may be jealous of her. That snake, those two snakes, from what I've heard, were sent to kill her. That snake was not an ordinary snake. As I'm telling you, that is why I always advise. Whenever I come to this my Facebook page, I give advice once a while. I try to advise my followers. I try to advise my fans to be prayerful and to back themselves up with prophets. Like I always say, we have fake prophets, but try as much as you can to look for genuine ones. Try to, if possible, go to churches, a prophetical church. Try to go to some ministries. I'm not saying all ministries. We have fake, but we have genuine ministries that are prophets. Everybody, as far as you are a Nigerian and you are a Christian, you need prophets, not one, not two, that can be backing you up. You need to go to a church that is prophetical, a church filled with prophecy. Even Jesus Christ said it. The Bible said it. Read your Old Testament very well. Read the New Testament very well. A city or a country without a prophet is in darkness. Had it been this Ifunanya, this gospel singer that sings for God Almighty, has backed herself with strong prophets. Before this thing happens, they would have told her, and God Almighty would have provided solutions. Sometimes you may be given what? A protection to come and stay in the church at that period. They may give you message within so period. Don't sleep in your house. Stay in the church. Do these prayers. Read this psalm. Just stay here. Make sure you don't go out for these 3 days. And she would have been saved. And the churches that, in my own opinion, that is strong, that mainly gives strong prayers, does spiritual works, destroy the plans of the devil, and also gives victory. Churches that there are strong, genuine prophets and prophetess that will always see ahead and give you message and do spiritual works to save you, and mainly do strong back to sender work. When people are trying to kill you, it will go back to them and kill the witches and wizards. Those strong churches are the Celestial Church of Christ. I always say it on this my face. Watch my videos. The cherubim and seraphim and the Sabbath. These are churches that are very powerful, that you need to identify with, because the world is evil. But that doesn't mean we don't have other prophets in Pentecostal churches. Yes, we have some genuine ones there and other places. You may think you don't have a problem, you watching me, because you are still alive. But the question I want to ask you, for some that will be rational, this level you are in, are you not supposed to be more than this? You ask yourself this question. Some of you have not been killed yet, but you have been tied and caged spiritually, and nothing goes on in the physical because you have a problem. Some of you watching me have spiritual problems that you alone cannot pray yourself out. You need prophets, genuine ones. Like I said, we have fake, but you have to be careful. Look for genuine ones that can back you up, that can help you in spiritual works. The world is evil. So many things are happening. And you, for some of you young women, you have reached the age of getting married. Some of these, the witches, those enemies from different places in the village and so many places, even in the compound where you live, in the office, in your business place, they have paid some native doctor or native doctors did charms against you. And on no account will you marry, except a strong prophet does prayers and the spiritual works to destroy those things, and you are there relaxing. Instead of standing up to say no, instead of you standing up, you think because you are alive and you are feeling fine, everything is going well for you. You don't know that there are some problems you need to solve. The world is spiritual. And I'm making it clear. As a child of God, I am, and a messenger of God Almighty. For those that cares to watch this video, try to share this video. Follow instructions. Follow instructions. Do not go to any native doctor. I warn. I'm making my own clear. Do not go to any native doctor because you will regret. But look for churches, genuine churches that have prophets and prophetess that can solve your problems. I just mentioned the church, Celestial Church of Christ, Cherubim and Seraphim Church, and Sabbath. The spiritual churches, that is where they have strong prophets and prophetess that can solve your problem. And you must know, in this world, we are in a warfare. We are in a warfare. It's a spiritual warfare than what you see physical. And this warfare, you must bring yourself out to fight, whether you like it or not. If you don't fight, you'll be in trouble. You must fight your spiritual warfare. And remember, the more you fight for your families. Because at times, if you don't make move, your family remains in that problem. Because there are certain spiritual problems people suffer from. That if you stand up and say, no, this must end, that is when you try to look for what? Genuine shepherds in Celestial Church of Christ that are prophets, pastors, prophets and prophetess in the spiritual churches, like I mentioned. The Celestial Church of Christ, the Cherubim and Seraphim Church, and what? The Sabbath. So that if you come to these prophets, they can pray for God Almighty to reveal what is your problem and what is the problem in your family, to solve it. And you start working for solutions. And once they have given you the prophecies, then, and you have confirmed, now what is the next step? That is what you ask the prophet. Then you start implementing, doing those prayers and spiritual works. Because you going to a genuine shepherd, prophet or prophetess, you are saving yourself and saving others. Because you may not be aware of what they are planning, apart from you and what of other members of your family. So I sympathize with Ifunanya that was being beaten. But the advice I have for my fans and those that watch this video, don't relax. Almost every family in Nigeria that are Christians have one spiritual problem or the other. If you are free, what of your younger brother? What of your elder brother? What of your elder sister? What of your cousins? What of your friends? You must solve your problem. A word is enough for the wise. If you have any questions, please drop those questions on the comment section and I'll reply you. Thank you.